Good evening, Holly, and welcome everyone watching on the replay and everyone filing in live. I'm gonna do the shares real quick, and I made sure to check that my phone is connected to the charger so we don't have any issues. Okay. Hi, Anna. Come on, computer. Wake up. I don't know what it's doing. Hi, Sue. There we go. Okay. I'm glad you're not overly sore anymore, Holly. I did see your comment backstage. Hi, Ben. Um, and yeah, the stinky cast thing really sucks. Maybe get some rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer and put some of the oils that I sent you into that and mix it up real good, and then try to like drip it down there, and then maybe stuff it down with a plastic butter knife or a chopstick or something. That'll help, disinfect and like kill the stinky germs, and bring some nice fragrance to it, and it'll evaporate so it won't continue to carry that moisture. But the oils that are in all of the stuff that I sent you are really good for like antimicrobial stuff, so that might help too. Oh, you haven't needed pain meds? That's awesome. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Princess. How's everyone doing? One of these days I'll remember to WD-40 my chair. It's like getting worse. But that's all right. There is, as of like tomorrow or midnight my time tonight, 5 days left in the sale for all of my products. So if you want to, it's not all of the products, right? It's the oils, the meditation oils, and the hair and skin serums are buy one get one half off right now. And then the rollerball fragrances are buy three get one free, so you get 4 for the price of 3 and free shipping on all orders over $60. That ends in like 5.5-ish days, so take advantage while you can. Hey, Kara. And then I did also decide to start taking bookings for readings, consultations, whatever you need, whatever you need to use that hour for one-on-one with me. So I have also made that 20% off until a week from today. So it's a week long, what was it, the 21st or the 22nd? It ends on the 22nd. So if you want to book a reading or a 1 hour one-on-one with me, whatever you want to use that for, then definitely head over to my website, rebelspiritrising.com, and book me there. You can use Afterpay to book the service, but Square does not allow for Afterpay to be used for booking services, like using my calendar through my website to book. So I created an item. So you can use the item listed as whatever service it is that you want, and you're able to pay with Afterpay in that way. If you have any issues, reach out and I'll help you. Hey, Dallas. Hello, Matt. On some yellow fly. What's a yellow fly, Kara? I've been using Holly's stuff on my sunburn on my shoulders and back, and it's made a world of difference. So hit up Holly if you want any kind of healing skincare. Mosquitoes are out now. Ew, that sucks. Oh yeah, I do have bug spray. So, so if you want bug spray, you can order that on my website too. It's all natural, alcohol free, essential oils and water with vegetable glycerin, which is really hydrating for the skin. So great for your skin and great for keeping the bugs away. All right. Nice to see y'all. It didn't take very long for a bunch of people to show up. Nice. Thank you guys for joining us. This reading, I don't know. We're about to find out, but these cards, I was pulling the tarot and I was like, what's going on here? Hey Lori. Long time no see. Nice to see you. All right. So we'll just go with it. They're not so awesome cards, okay, but that's how life is, not so awesome sometimes. So we're just gonna go through it and we'll see where this takes us. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Hi Patrick, how are you, love? We've got Emperor in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Emperor reverse could be narcissism, control, wounded masculine stuff. You know, you're feeling it tonight more than usual. Aw. Yellow flies have the worst freaking itching bites ever. They come when the blackberries are in season. That sucks. I don't like the no-see-ums. The little bitty things that just bite the shit out of you and you can't really, like, I can see them, but they're super tiny. And they're just everywhere in the summertime. That hasn't started happening for us yet, thank goodness. And the mosquitoes are not around yet. We haven't had enough, warm days. Lynn had surgery and been sick, so you're in caregiver mode. Aw, sending her so much healing. And you. Make sure that you're taking time to recharge your own batteries because caregiving is very, very draining. And, you got to make sure that you fill up your cup too. Okay. So we have the Emperor reversed and Nine of Swords, bottom of the deck energies. Okay. We are shedding this shit. We are not entertaining this in our lives anymore. These people, these connections, it could even be you. Everyone has narcissistic tendencies, okay? Some are much more dormant than others. We'll say that. But even like the least narcissistic type person that you could think of has some kind of narcissistic tendency that they've got to keep in check. If they're checking it, then good. But left unattended, that shit's like an unruly child. Hello, Wendy. So we're shedding these behaviors in ourselves and with others, okay? Because we also have the World card coming full circle, endings, new beginnings. This is major arcana, so is the Emperor, okay? So 2 major arcana so far, talking about overcoming these wounded masculine energies. And wounded masculine energies, it doesn't have to be the narcissistic thing. It can be you not seizing opportunities because you feel unworthy or because you're self-sabotaging in some way. All right. Causing struggle. We have struggle showing up on the bottom of the deck. That fishy swimming uphill. Okay. You're just a salmon trying to get to where you need to go to spawn. All right. And once you get there, you can go off and enjoy the rest of your short life and then, go back to source. So the struggle is over. I know that's terrible. But that's what they gave me. So this is like you are going on a major burdensome journey to get to the spawning place, right? Where you can plant those seeds for your future growth. All right. And then you're just going to go and you're going to relax and let that season of your life die, pass away, end. Okay. So that you can continue on with these new beginnings because you are the creator and the creation. So you are the salmon swimming uphill to spawn, and then you are the little baby salmon inside of the little fishy egg. Okay, so you are the creator and the creation. New day right behind that. Love it. Also, number 11, alignment, dragonfly, transformation. You are transforming. Periods of transformation are intense and they are uncomfortable and they suck. All right. Well, let's be real here. They suck. But, okay, I got to grab this one first and then the next one's similar. Teaching. They are teaching you. You are learning lessons. You are learning how to overcome certain obstacles because you are in this practice of mastery. Okay, whether you are at the beginning of that journey or you're, far into it, doesn't matter. You are on a journey of mastery. Blow. They blow. The no-see-ums are so annoying, Patrick, huh? So you are learning, but you are also passing this forward. You're passing the baton. So you are teaching. Ace of Swords, you are receiving clarity. You are healing thought patterns. You see the spiral staircase and it symbolizes the brain, or it's actually that beam of light is coming from not where it would be, physiologically, anatomically correct, but the pineal gland. That light is coming from the pineal gland. In her elongated head, that's where it's located. Okay, just go with it. But you're overcoming these thought patterns, you're healing them. And like we talk about, healing is a spiral, just like this staircase. But you are reaching different levels and you are gaining clarity. You are learning so that you can also unlock things within you that lie dormant, and we're going to talk about DNA a little bit later. But you have to go within. This is an inner journey. 53 degrees, even the biters are too cold to be out. Yep. I think it got up to like 52, 53 here today too. And we got hail and rain. We didn't get any thunder though. It was a little disappointing, but I enjoyed the storm. Even though it blew off the thing on, like, I messaged Jay, he's going to be here at some point to bring me a ladder because I got to fix it. But it's like a vent thing in the pitch of the roof of my house, like right under it on the side of the house, right by my window right here. And the wind like knocked it out, like the screws out or something, and it's hanging by a couple of screws. So I got to fix that. So shit going out of alignment so you can realign your life. All right. The struggle is real. It's highlighting misalignment so that you can steady on your feet and continue on your journey, finding that information, that wisdom, that light, that knowledge, and bringing it forth. Not just anchoring it, but like projecting, bringing it forth is what they said. Bring it forth. And you're taming your inner beast. You're taming those inner demons. The strength card on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith strength card, it's the woman like opening the lion's mouth with her hands, just prying it open, sticking her hands in there. And that card talks about the courage and the strength being calm, a calm demeanor. She's not afraid of doing it. She's just going to do it. So she's tamed that lion. That's her homie. All right. It's not going to bite her. And she has all the confidence that she can do this. So this is part of your mastery journey. Okay. That infinity tattoo on her forearm. You are infinity. You are source. You are God. You are the universe. You are great central sun, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I call it the source because it's much less muddied and it's abbreviated, like much shorter than Great Central Sun. Okay, so that is what it is. I know. I'm so grateful for Jay. I'm so blessed to have him in my life. He helps me out all the time. Such a clear night tonight in your glasses. Oh, awesome. You can see the stars again. Stargaze. Pull in those codes, your star codes. You are infinite energy. Absolutely. So it's you tapping back into that knowing that you are infinite. Okay. And it sometimes takes Eight of Wands reversed, shit stopping completely, gridlock, dead halt is what I heard. Because that's what forces you to go within. That's what forces you to uncover why things aren't moving forward, because you know about manifestation. So this is being open to seeing more of the truth of why you manifest certain circumstances into your life. And we have that Hermit card, but we also have the Retreat card. So time to go in hermit mode, time to go within, time to gain that clarity, that wisdom, okay? That clarity and that ancient wisdom that you carry with you. Guess where it's at? We're going to talk about this in a minute, but it's hidden in your, what they like to call junk DNA. All right. So that ancient wisdom is literally encoded in your vessel. It's written on your soul. Okay. There's no way that this information can be hidden. And that's why they made you think it was all junk. They're like, oh, there's nothing in there. It's junk. Don't even look at it. As they tend to do with just about everything. Keep you blind, okay, to a swords. But you are awakening. You have the eyes to see now. You don't need that. You don't need your physical eyes to see this. That's what they're talking about right now with the blindfold on her face and she can't see where she's going. She doesn't need to, because she's seeing from within. She's looking with her third eye, baby. Okay. There have been people, this is scientifically proven, they've done research and case studies on this. There have been people who have lost their vision and have done work on, the labels are starting to leave my brain right now. Remote viewing. They've been taught remote viewing, so they're able to see their surroundings when they shift to that remote viewing mode. They don't even need the physical eyes. So that's what they're talking about here, is like, you don't need your physical eyes to see this. This is seen from within. So that's why this is upright, because it's not that you're blinded and that you're confused and you're at this crossroad. Yes, it's that, but you've been intentionally blinded, okay, so that you can see from your third eye, from your inner vision, okay, enhanced other senses. Yes, and when people experience blindness, their other senses do heighten. Three of Swords, painful, it sucks, okay, no one ever told you that it was going to be a birthday party, okay, there's no clown, there's no bouncy house, there's no ball pit, no Chuck E. Cheese coming to rescue you, all right, it's you. You have to sit with it. You have to give it your attention and your understanding, your compassion, because the you that has experienced these things that traumatized you in that way to be an issue for you now needed that and didn't receive it, not in the way that they needed to. So you need to go back and you need to hold space and compassion for that version of you, even if to your conscious adult, like super healed self right now, even if that seems immature or like I shouldn't have to do this because I'm this version, but you're still manifesting these circumstances because that version of you that you don't want to look at, that you could be embarrassed of, or you could be like, their behavior is out of hand, their emotions are all over the place, I don't even want to deal with them. Unruly teenager, perhaps, wounded teenager. Okay, you need to validate them, you need to sit with them, you need to understand and bring compassion to them. Okay, and then that's how you integrate and that's how you heal it and you're able to move forward, it's no longer a hindrance. It's no longer manifesting in your current life circumstances, because now it feels seen, understood, validated, loved, supported, and integrated into the whole instead of shoved off into the corner. Okay. No one puts baby in a corner. All right. Oh, good one. Good one. Good one. I like it. I'm sorry. Apologize to your past versions, right? We were just talking about that. Defenselessness, writing past wrongs, and uprooting. So heal it at the root. Okay, now's the time to go within and see why things aren't progressing. Why does this thing manifest for me? It might, the answer that you receive might not be anything that you could anticipate. Okay, energy works in very mysterious ways. All right, so it may be something that you would have never connected being the issue. And it could be something, just a tiny little hiccup, something really small that, you know, you don't really understand, like little baby preschool version of you on their first day didn't want to be left at preschool and you were clinging to your mommy and then she just abandoned you. So now you have abandonment wounds, or now you have lack issues, trust issues, whatever it is. So go and sit with that version of you and then experience their whole day, you know, walking with them, holding their hand, whatever will help them to feel more comfortable. And then once you release the hold, that specific moment in time that you don't even consciously remember anymore has on your life, everything starts to even out. Okay. So forgive those situations. Forgive yourself for holding that and carrying it, because you don't know. You didn't remember. That was programmed way before your active memory started kicking in. Hey, Jay. I was just talking about how grateful I am of you, because I told him about the little vent thingy on the house. I don't know what it's called. But you are correcting, you are healing, you are righting past wrongs, you're uprooting, you know, this trauma, you're healing it at the root. So it no longer has this hold on you. Your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. So keep doing the work. Hey, Sonia, love you. Keep doing the work. Okay. Keep going, because it might be bumpy right now. You might be experiencing some turbulence, but that's just because the tracks are shifting. Everything's going to smooth out once you get on that higher timeline that you already chose. Okay. It takes time for the physical realm to catch up. So that's what you're experiencing, is just the shakiness from the tracks shifting, and everything has to, you know, rearrange itself in your external circumstances, your matrix reality, and it takes time in this realm. So that's all you're seeing right now. There's like a ghost mermaid tail looking thing from the little splashes. You probably won't even, yeah, you can see that. That's not solid. It's made of like transparent, like white strokes on the card. So you can navigate the waters effortlessly. Okay, you're at home, you're safe, you're comfortable, even in turbulent waters, because you've mastered your emotions, you've mastered the waters. So keep going, all right? Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So you could be like me and you're not used to being a human, and you're not used to all of the things that Earth has to offer here, all the situations, the craziness, the polarity. Like, this could feel really super dense and you just feel like you don't even belong here. I feel you, honey. Okay. Same. But you're learning how to be human. So embrace the journey, embrace your humanness. Even if you consciously think that, oh, that's silly, or that's ridiculous, or I'm embarrassed of that past version of me, whatever. That version of you was newer to being human than the current version of you. All right. So give them a break. Heal yourself to heal the world. Hey, Steph. Heal yourself to heal the world. Okay. That's you, Earth Angel. You may not be from here, but you're here right now. So give it all you got and do the best you can. That's all you're supposed to do. Just be your authentic self and shine, baby. Activated Earth, talking about DNA activations and so forth today. I was so excited when that card came out. It was the very first card that came out when I started pulling. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Not only geographically, you know, with the Earth grid and everything like that, we do have quite a few Earth grid and other grid workers in the group. But this is also the power places, the ley lines of your physical body, because you do have those. Okay, they're called meridians. That's what we understand them to be. So trust going within and trust what comes through. Trust that your DNA carries all the codes of who you have ever been, who you are now, and who you're going to become. Okay, you hold all of this knowledge and wisdom. You don't need to tap into something outside of you, just like whenever, if you've ever worked with tapping into the Akash stuff, if you've ever worked with the Akash or done any kind of psychic information retrieval type experiences. Okay, you're not going outside of yourself, you're tapping in and you're going within. And a lot of people will believe that this information they're tapping into is outside of themselves, like this is knowledge from wherever your source of knowledge comes from, or you believe it to come from. That's all in here. You have all of that information, all of the connection, the channels. I'm like, what is that word? Channels. You are the channel, and you have all of this information stored within your vessel. Okay, it's like the cosmos are within you, and if you look at a microscopic level, it really does look like you have the cosmos within you. Okay, and then we are each individual cells of the greater body, the cosmos, and beyond. Okay. So we are all singular cells of the greater source. And you being that cell of the greater source, what do you think your cells contain? All of that. Okay. So heal yourself and align with your authentic self so that you can tap into this greater knowledge and wisdom so that you can expand. Fall into my arms. Stupid chair. Surrender, holding the opposites and extremes of life. Talking about that struggle, talking about the polarity that you've experienced lately. Surrender to the flow, all right? And don't resist it. Don't fight against it. Hi, Linda. It's time to flow with it and do what you can on your path. Like you get caught in a raging river, are you going to try to swim upstream, or are you going to go with the current and then try to side swim and grab onto a root or a branch or something and pull your ass to shore? It's the same. So don't fight the energy. Don't fight the manifestations that may be surfacing for you right now. Go within, tap into that greater knowledge. Everything. You contain all knowledge and wisdom, everything within your vessel. So it doesn't matter if you're starseed, earthseed, lightworker, human, any kind of extraterrestrial race that you can label. It doesn't matter what you are. We are all source. Everything is source energy. So everything contains the information of all. It's just we haven't quite, as a human race, okay, we haven't quite got there as far as learning how to read and decode this information. So just because we don't know how to read it doesn't mean that it's not written. We're just waiting for things to catch up, the shift to happen, because they do suppress knowledge and wisdom and our histories, and they've inverted reality, inverted all of the frequencies to create what we know now. So divine timing. It's all about creation. It's all about divine timing. This is card number 33, number of creation, Fibonacci, 0, source, God code. So this is, portal energy. So you're stepping through the portal to create, but it is all up to divine timing. It's all up to your own alignment. So get in alignment no matter what your external circumstances look like, because your energetic field and your surroundings, your external matrix reality is still catching up. All right, slowly catching up. That's what they said, slowly catching up. So you feel like it's slow, but just bask in the energy of it already being manifest, and it'll go much quicker. Love you guys. Let me put these up, and then we'll talk about DNA and stuff. All right. Waiting for everything to catch up because you guys are like 30 seconds behind me. The other me is still saying the end of the reading. You're welcome, Steph. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Love you a long time. Okay. My hair's a little crazy today because it was so windy. You see 33 all the time? It's master number creation. Yeshua codes. Hey, Cassandra. Okay, let me pull up my notes and my outline. Oh, yeah, we just finished it, but you can watch the replay to get just the reading portion of it, love. Okay. I feel like I have a cat hair in my vision. Hanging from my eyelashes. Oh, you love me a long time also. Thank you. I have pretty long lashes, and every cat hair that flies around anywhere is immediately drawn to them. So it's an abundance. 33 minutes for you now? Past midnight, right? Or, yeah. Okay. So we've heard about awakening our consciousness, but today we're going to go a little bit deeper. It's about awakening your actual DNA, the divine technology within you that holds your purpose, memories, and potential. So, DNA is not just a genetic code, it's frequency-based interface for your soul's information. So, and only 2% of human DNA is considered coding by mainstream science. The rest is labeled as junk DNA, but the junk portion of your DNA is actually where your multidimensional memory is stored. It carries your past life imprints, memories, and that's why they surface, because it's in your DNA. You start remembering starseed lineages, trauma signatures like passed down through your ancestry, and also your soul's traumas, your divine mission and activations. We have these activation points or these signposts, like I talk about sometimes, where it's like you hit this experience on this level and then you meet this person that holds some kind of an activation energy for you, catalyzes this activation for you. So just your interaction with them or with a situation or a place, like a geographical location. There's many different. Junk equals dormant. Thank you, Steph. I'm going to highlight your comment because I don't want to, but I got to, yeah. It takes me a sec because I have to switch pages. Divine DNA. I love that, Anna. Yes. We'll start calling it our divine DNA, not our junk DNA, because we are not junk. 98% of us is not junk. Absolutely not. We are gods. Okay. And this is how they've suppressed that knowing, because they tell us 98% of us is junk. You're not just a product of your ancestry, your genetic, you know, codes. You're a carrier of divine software waiting to be reactivated. The matrix, the inverted matrix reality that we have experienced for quite some time as a human race, right? They've caused our reality to become inverted. They have destroyed our histories, scrambled them up, and lied to us, rearranged them in a way that doesn't make sense to try to throw us off the path so that we don't actually remember. But it's not working, right? It is not working. We are here to remember. Us as volunteers came here to remember. Hi, Suzanne, because the other souls crapped, I was going to say, that's accurate, crapped on the reincarnation wheel. They are, recycled so much in the same frequencies, suppression frequencies, and people like to talk about the Archon whole thing and all of that. So they are further away from their original blueprint because DNA's been altered, because they've been caught in this same loop of energy. So they've been brainwashed, and we all know this. We can see the brainwashing plain as day, but talk to a brainwashed person about any kind of brainwashing going on and they don't believe you, right? They call you crazy. So that's how they've got us, suppressed. But they're also shame of the body. The labels are escaping my mind today, guys. Sorry. Like body dysmorphia. A lot of people experience varying degrees of body dysmorphia, especially the females. Okay, because feminine beauty standards have been so impossibly, completely unattainable for most normal women. So this causes that body shaming, that, berating and abusing of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically sometimes as well, a lot of times as well. She is beautiful today. Yes. So we've already suppressed our tools, right? Hi, Ariana. Your order shipped today, love, in case you haven't checked your email. So there should be your tracking number in there. And if you don't see it, just let me know and I can give that to you. But I haven't had an issue with Square not sending the tracking numbers off. But I'm not going to know unless y'all tell me. So if something messes up with any of that and you order from me or book with me or anything like that, please let me know and I'll correct it immediately. Excuse me. So body shame, that's suppressing this divine vessel. Okay. And whenever you are shaming your body and you are abusing your body, it's not going to be in alignment with you, right? Obviously. And it's usually going to rebel against you. And we've got a lot of, it's more common, it's getting more and more common, these autoimmune diseases, is the body attacking itself. And this is part of that problem. There are many other factors that can contribute to that. So I'm not a doctor. Don't take anything I say. This is for entertainment purposes only. Repression of bloodline knowledge. They have preserved these elite bloodlines, is what they like to call them, in order to preserve this false frequency. Those bloodlines are similar to what we discussed about like O negative, having access multidimensionally and to these star origins, these, the information. But it's false. It's falsely created. So, and they try to preserve that and keep it concentrated because it is kind of like a copy of the original source human code without the alterations to the DNA. So they've, created this generic version of that God source energy that human beings naturally exist at in their unaltered state, and they preserve that. So all of the other knowledge and information about the other bloodlines aside from that has been completely scrambled, distorted, and destroyed as well. The disconnection from source, sorry, voice was starting to go out and I was going to cough. They've disconnected from us from our source. They disconnect us from nature. Cities are completely paved in concrete and asphalt, so those suppress the frequencies from Gaia from being able to, you know, rise and just exist in those areas. It's suppression. And then all of the like not just cell phone towers, all of like radio towers and all of these things, these are generic versions of free energy, you know, and telepathy and all of those vast and unlimited, untapped potentials of technology that we have yet to encounter in this Gregorian system. So they've done a lot to suppress us from our source, to disconnect us from our source, fucking with the food systems, genetically altering plants and, you know, food, and adding things to the water that don't need to be there, completely causing disharmony within the structure of the water herself. And the way that we pipe our water into our homes, it's not supposed to go, water is not ever in its natural flowing state, never going around 90-degree angles. Okay. So that completely destroys the natural flow and structure of the water itself. So they've caused all of these distortions and disconnects in order to keep us completely suppressed. The distortions muted our DNA's higher functions. So like telepathy, healing, intuitive knowing, conscious creation, all of our clairs, all of, you know, our spiritual gifts. So that's why it's so few and far between nowadays. That's why it's so rare nowadays. People refer to their gut feeling and things like that, but a lot of times that doesn't kick in unless it's really important. And a lot of people, unless they're more sensitive and operate from more of an intuitive perspective, won't even recognize those things, their gut instincts and things like that. So how do you think people get unalived just out of the blue, you know, just by some random person they don't know, you know, this, the serial type unalivers? I'm not cornflaking you guys. If you're out of frequency, if you are disconnected from your source, you're not going to hear those, you know, those warning sirens telling you don't do this. So don't jog in the park today or whatever. Okay. Anyway, they're like, oh, they're going to just put that in the back of their head and just keep on going. Like, oh, that's silly. I do it every day. So I'm just going to go. And then some rando just kind of takes them out. You know, I watch too many like murder shows, but I really enjoy them. So it's just, I like to try to decode psychology in these different people. We'll say that. Concrete village is what you called the city you grew up in. That's accurate though. Always wanted to go to the park. Absolutely. I bet you were a complete nature baby. You still are. Yes, water in her natural form flowing around rocks. That's so awesome. I bet that was a lovely experience for you. I love it, Linda. Okay. Suppression tactics, food, water, toxin interference, you know, they spray our skies, for Christ's sakes. All of the aerosols and all of the, you know, that stuff, toxins, cleaning products, toxins. I do not use like commercial cleaning products. I use vinegar, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide. I don't use anything else to clean. And there are so many. Okay, we're not going to get off on the cleaning thing. Anyway, if you have any questions, make a post in the group and then I'll comment on it. Fear and trauma conditioning, the fear matrix. Yes, that's how they have kept us suppressed. We know all about that. And that's where we get the mainstream media and all of that, using fear tactics and focus, intention, and emotion to broadcast the outcome that they want so that the collective can manifest that, because that's what they believe already happened. So if you're in a belief that something's already happened, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to happen. Oh, thank you, Ariana. I love you. I love all of you. I really enjoy doing this. So, yeah, soap, shampoo, toxins everywhere. And my body products, like you guys know, that's why I started creating my own like body products, but I don't make my own shampoo yet. I do use plant-based, paraben-free, like all of the stuff. Yes, fear is how they get the loosh. So I'm very, very, and have been for years. I've been this way since like my mid 20s, probably earlier than that. I've always had sensitive skin. So I started seeking out better products for my skin once I had the money to pay for them myself in high school. So since then I learned. I wasn't away from the toxins and the fake stuff until probably about 24, 23. Yes, my meditation oil can definitely be used for massages, and also blue lotus is an aphrodisiac. So you can definitely use them for sexy time massages. It'll get y'all in the mood. Just a little tip for anyone that's purchased my meditation oils. You can use them as sexy time massage oils. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I love you. Okay, signs that your DNA is reawakening. Sudden emotional purges, right? The healing process, the shadow work, all of that. Intuitive upgrades with your gifts coming online, increasing, getting more powerful. Yay! Yes, use it on the hubby. Let me know, but don't give me the details, but let me know how it works out. Remembering things that you didn't study, remembering histories or other lifetimes. A little tip or a big tip. I mean, it depends on your situation, but I don't know, to each their own. I know some that prefer smaller and some that prefer bigger. So it's all about the preference, I guess. Anyway. Feeling physical shifts, tingling in the spine, cranial pressure, vibrations in the hands. These are like, that Kundalini rising. That is the pineal gland coming online, perhaps decalcifying and coming online. Your healing hands, the portals in your hands activating, drawn to sacred geometry, numerology, certain languages and cultures, even those tend to have past life influence. So you're not just healing when you're doing all this shadow work and everything, you're reactivating and you're remembering the design, the blueprint that you came into this life with before you listened to who the world told you to be. Some prefer the big blue lotus. I mean, I do. Go big or go home, right? Anyway, spine has been tingling a lot when you meditate. Ben, yes, that's Kundalini rising. Go down that rabbit hole. And there's a lot of breath work and different kinds of things that you can do to help facilitate that and make it easier also, because that can, if someone just all of a sudden has Kundalini rising, and not talking about you, but more generic or more general, sorry, it can really like physically screw them up for a little bit and like throw them off, make their body just imbalanced, misaligned, at dis-ease, but also can wreak havoc on their mental health. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen with you, but just for anyone who's may catch this, that's wondering about that or experiencing anything like that. So yeah. go down that rabbit hole, because you can find a lot of things to help facilitate the easier transition with that Kundalini rising. Okay. Daily encoding practices. You can do breath work through the chakras from the earth star to the soul star, just like we did in that meditation on Monday, I think, or was that Tuesday? Whenever it was. Breath work through the, okay, I already said that. Water programming your water, speaking your intentions, or using telepathy, just using your mind, your intentions to put that energy into the water to program it. Movement and sound, shake your ass, all right? Watch yourself. Hum, use your voice. Doing the Om is really, like, it's a universal way to crack you open. So humming the Om sound, and there's many other sounds that you can do, but using sound frequencies, tuning forks, singing bowls, like 432 hertz meditations, or high vibrational, high frequency music, anything like that. But moving your body with these frequencies, it's going to, you're going to align much quicker, because your body ends up going to the pattern or the wave of whatever frequency your body's exposed to in that moment. So bringing your body, that's a great way to ground those frequencies into tangible form, by moving your body with the frequencies. So it's very important. Whistling the same as humming? No, but it is positive. It is helpful. But like when you are doing like the Om sound and you find the pitch that's perfect for you, it should like vibrate your teeth and your throat and like your whole mouth. It should just like it should, your whole body should feel that humming, buzzing from your voice. You should feel it all over your body when you hit the perfect frequency of your Om sounds. So high five to every little thing you talked about this evening. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, love. So conscious words, because your cells are listening. When you speak to your body or you think anything about your body, it hears you. Every single cell. Okay. Your brain should wiggle. Yeah, exactly, Matt. You can affirm, I awaken the codes within me. My DNA responds to light, love, and truth. And I realign my divine blueprint. You can do rituals. Your DNA is programmable through emotion, intention, your environment, and your current frequency. Oh, I have another affirmation, and then I have one at the very end too. I now activate the highest frequency held in my DNA. I release false overlays. I reclaim the memory of my origin. My body is the vessel of light. My mission is encoded in me, and I remember. You can affirm that daily or just once, or however you feel intuitively, maybe not even at all. I don't know, take it or leave it. But your DNA is programmable through emotion, just like manifestation is programmable through emotion. That's how you send out that signal. So use that to your advantage with your intention. Create a nice, safe feeling, loving environment, your sacred space or whatever. Meditate and do this in meditation and work on that frequency. Choose the highest frequency in every moment that you possibly can. But be human. You're fallible. You're human. It's going to happen. Okay. That's part of the experience. So embrace that too. Embrace the, yes, Lisa, I will. Let me write it down because I'll probably forget. But I'll post all of these affirmations to the group that way, because I think there was 4 of them. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'll remember now. Timestamp 53. Thank you, Sue. That's where the affirmation is at 53 minutes in. Where was I? Okay. So the affirmation again, if you guys want to hear it again, but I will be posting it to the Facebook group. But those who are only on YouTube or wherever you're viewing from, here it is. Your body is oh, sorry. That's not the one. I now activate the highest frequency held within my DNA. I release false overlays. I reclaim the memory of my origin. My body is the vessel of light. My mission is encoded in me, and I remember. Okay, so your body is a living archive of every life you've lived and every gift you've carried. Awakening it isn't a metaphor, it's a frequency vent. It's a tangible experience. And once you start to reawaken and remember, you start to really understand the true, I guess, tangibility of it. I don't know how to better explain that. I've got more notes, but I have to go back over here because they were separate. I email them to myself, so I had to do 2 separate emails because they were getting really long. So I split it up. So the so-called junk DNA, that's why I wanted to touch on that in a more, extended. Mantras ring true for the now. I love it, Wendy. Thank you. It's a name given by science when it didn't know what it was looking at. Modern genetics has labeled 98%, okay, of our DNA as non-coding, meaning it doesn't directly instruct cells to build proteins. That's why they call it junk, because it's doing a different job, not that one job that 2% is doing, okay? Calling it junk is like finding the software code of an alien spaceship and tossing out anything that doesn't scream engine or door handle. So what is contained within this junk DNA, this multidimensional part of you? Stores multidimensional light codes, energetic blueprints that interface with higher consciousness, with source, right? That reactivate during moments of spiritual awakening, or these signposts, mile markers, whatever you want to call them, along your little highway of life. They store ancestral, cosmic, and soul memory. So when you have people we call starseed, okay, that can recall these memories, even if vaguely, even if it's just an interest, something that they're drawn to, and that's how it's showing up as the soul memory. It's still cosmic memory, and that's encoded in the DNA. That's why it's present. That's why even if it's an interest or a hobby or something that fascinates you that you can't get enough of, that's because you're like, yes, this is it. I know what this is. I remember. But you don't consciously remember in the same way that you remember this life memories. Very different parts of the brain that are used, and very different parts of the body, because you're tapping into that DNA, into your blood. So it's not coming from the brain per se. So this is just like the stomach is the second brain. I know you guys have all heard that, and that you need to eat right and all of that stuff because the stomach is the second brain, and get your probiotics and your prebiotics and all your enzymes and stuff, okay? And that helps you to be able to regulate your brain chemicals, is what they call them, like serotonin, melatonin even, okay? Your stomach is the second brain. So how can it be such a far reach that your DNA is also part of that brain, the greater brain of you, okay? So you can think of your body as something just like the Akash, if not the Akashic records, hidden. You are a library of knowledge hidden in plain sight. Isn't that the same theme of this this matrix reality? Everything, all of the information is hidden and given to us in plain sight. Okay, I'll let you guys put two and two together. Dormant psychic and evolutionary abilities are encoded, are dormant within your DNA. Telepathy, intuitive knowing, energy transmutation, nonverbal communication, telepathy, and interdimensional perception. We can only perceive the current dimension that we exist in. We can't see the different layers. Well, some of us can, but not all of us. Okay, so that's part of what is in our DNA, is the ability to perceive interdimensionally, but we've been suppressed and dumbed down and lied and manipulated, right? So we don't know that all of that information is within us, literally, and in physical, tangible form. It's your blood. Okay. Okay, so think of these things: telepathy, intuitive knowing, energy transmutation, nonverbal communication, and interdimensional perception that's hidden in this junk DNA as basically the apps of our divine operating system that haven't been activated yet. You haven't completed the subscription to gain access. Okay. Epigenetic keys to trauma and healing are also stored here. Yeah, they played a sleight of hand, didn't they, Matt? Junk DNA may act as a storage vault for intergenerational trauma patterns or for repressed abilities that were shut down through suppression via societal or personal, suppressing oneself. Epigenetic triggers like sound, plant medicines, frequency, breath work, or intention may begin to wake these segments, almost like unlocking sealed doors. They genetically turned it off, but the light is turning back on. Yep. This is Motel 6, baby. Source left the light on for us. Stellar and non-Earth origins. A lot of researchers and spiritual practitioners believe that the non-coding DNA holds is extraterrestrial codes. So think of it like the Rh negative and the Rh positive, right? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. I think just yesterday, maybe the day before too, a little bit. But we talked about the Rh negative being the ones who carry the original codes, the original blueprints that are not a result of the genetic alterations. Absolutely, Lisa. Yes, absolutely. That is all held, all of that information, all of that is held within your DNA. So you're basically a walking hall of records. Okay. So these star origins, the information, the records of those soul origins are contained also in this junk DNA. Thank you, Wendy. Yes, it was yesterday. So it's cosmic input stored within us for when the frequency is right and we are able to decode and activate it. That is us remembering who we are. That is, the spiritual awakening, as we call it. So that's when you start to unlock these cosmic origins and the memories and information that are contained within them. Biological antennas for source. Yeah. It's divine dormant. Double D, baby. Even traditional science now hints that junk DNA might work as regulators for genetic expression, antennas tuned to subtle electromagnetic or quantum fields, and receivers of vibrational information that inform our thoughts, emotions, and immune responses. So Just like if you enter an environment or you come into contact with a person that makes all of the hairs on the back of your neck just stand up and you're in fight, flight, or freeze just by encountering that energy. Um, that's your DNA responding. That's your physical vessel responding to the energies and vibrations, the frequencies that are in your external environment. So you are an antenna, basically, and your DNA helps you out with that. The body is a quantum receiver of source consciousness, and the junk was never junk. It was waiting for the right signal, the right frequency, and we are raising the frequency. So everyone's junk DNA is going to come online. So calling it junk DNA is one of the most strategically brilliant and sinister forms of suppression ever seeded into mainstream science. Because what better way to keep people from unlocking their divinity than to convince them that their own divine coding is useless, hidden in plain sight, suppressed, gaslighting and manipulation on its grandest level. Why the term junk DNA is part of the control grid. Number one, it creates a psychological disconnection from your own power. And if 98% of your blueprint is junk, what are you left to believe? That you're broken, incomplete, incompetent, at the mercy of the 2% that really matters, that your greatest essence is filler, noise, or waste. That is the greater part of you. Is not junk, it's precious. Yes, Lisa. This is the ultimate inversion of truth. We're going to talk more about inverted energy, like realities and things like that. It's already in the works, so probably next week. But I've got a lot. I've been in creative mode, you guys. They want to convince you of their truth, that you are mostly nothing. So rely on systems, gods, government, science, and authority to define your worth. Number two, it prevents exploration of the metaphysical layers of DNA. By declaring it junk, they closed the door before we even opened it. No funding, no curiosity, no questions. When in reality, those strands may be biological interface between humans and source. The sacred scrolls hidden in plain sight. Okay? All of those libraries they tried to burn, or not tried to, they did. All of that information that they stole and manipulated, buried, contorted, and flipped, it's within you. All of it. Every word, every syllable. Number three, it aligns with the broader matrix lie that you are powerless. It mirrors the myth that consciousness is just a side effect of the brain, or that intuition is irrational, right? They used to put women in insane asylums because they had like a moody PMS day. So their intuition was also irrational and crazy. We are the scrolls. We most definitely are, Wendy. Or that healing must come from external chemicals. It's all part of the same illusion. You are small, you are separate, you are broken. Hardest task I face in this life is to have watched all this BS over the years and inhumane acts. Yes. Still triggering, but balance. Heal through it. Heal the triggers. How do you break through the manipulation and matrix without going crazy? You become your most authentic self instead of being everything that they told you that you need to be. It's embracing your divinity, your authenticity, and listening to your intuition, developing those gifts, healing yourself, healing the traumas and the triggers and the things that cause you to self-sabotage in your now. When you become fully sovereign, that means fully free from control systems, from even the thoughts that have been programmed into you since birth, that have been hammered into your current reality. Your reality is what you create it to be. And if you're programmed to create it a certain way, to be, like torturous, or just like the slave mentality, having to work all day just to come home to eat, take a shower, go to sleep, and do it all over again. They keep us in this wheel, in this cycle, to keep us from exploring our greater selves, to become our God selves, because we truly are gods. Thank you, Jakar, for joining us. You're absolutely welcome anytime. I do podcast from Sunday to Thursday, 5 days a week. So you're more than welcome to join us anytime. 111 your time and 11 people. Thank you, Anna. I love it. Alignment. Alignment. So the truth. You are a cosmic being encoded with a symphony of sacred instructions that are only now beginning to stir. Your junk DNA, or your divine DNA, holds your original template, your cosmic lineage, and the keys to self-healing, creation, and energetic sovereignty. And now, through meditation, light work, sound, intention, and alignment with source, with your own source, with your authentic self, people are beginning to arc into that dormant space and turn the lights back on. So here is an affirmation just to close it out. And I'm going to put these in the Facebook group. Jakar, if you are not already part of our Facebook group, Rebel Spirits Rising, if you follow me, you'll get an automatic invite from my profile to join the group if you're interested. If we resonate with you, absolutely more than welcome. And if you don't, then we wish you well. And we're so glad for the time that we got to interact with you. So here is the affirmation, guys. I am not broken. I am not junk. I am divine. Every strand of my DNA holds the memory of stars, the wisdom of source, and the light of all that I am becoming. What was once called junk is now revealed as treasure. Liquid gold flows through me. My cosmic blueprint fully awakened, fully activated, fully mine. I reclaim the sacred code of my being. I am the arc. I am the light. I am the living breath of source in form. And I rise now, whole, sovereign, and limitless. So I will post these to the group so that you guys can all have those if you want to use those affirmations to reactivate and anchor this awakening for yourself. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for posting the group link. Okay. I don't know. Oops. Thank you, Anna. I don't know why it's not showing up over here, but that's okay. So what do you guys think? Any questions or anything that you want me to go over or touch on? We're going to go more into the inverted realities next week and a couple of other things. But I do think that we're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to do a meditation either once a week or once bi-weekly, because there's a lot of downloads that I've been getting for activations for all of us to facilitate in these meditations. So if you guys enjoy the meditations, then buckle up, because we're going to try to do once weekly. If we can't do that, then we'll do it once bi-weekly. And I'll try to make them on Sundays and Mondays so that everyone has the opportunity to join, because our US peeps and everyone in the Northern Hemisphere can join us at this time on our late days, but I want everyone to have the opportunity to be able to join. So, oh, you're welcome, Jakar. Thank you for joining us. We are a very loving and supportive little soul tribe here. So if you feel aligned, please feel free to join us whenever you wish. Join the group. We all learn together. We teach and we learn, and we talk about a lot of amazing topics. And I do group hypnosis sessions and meditations as well. The last group hypnosis we had was on Sunday, this past Sunday. So if you are interested in having your own experience with like a hypnosis, then absolutely go back and watch that one. Hi, Shibu. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yes, more meditations. All right, Patrick, you got it. Yes, okay, Lisa. I got you guys. We're going to do more of that. I have more like group hypnosis that I want to do and all of that. Thank you so much. Welcome. Please like, subscribe, follow, whatever, on whatever platform the new people are on. I see the two of you are on Facebook. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Join us anytime that you feel drawn. Like I said, we talk about a wide variety of topics, and we're just authentically supportive soul tribe here. So if you align, then we're so happy to have you. And if you don't, like I said, it was nice to have you around while we did. You're working on a few behind the scenes too, Matt. That's awesome. Yes, Suzanne, absolutely. We call it the soul soup because Suzanne came up with that term. So hop in the pot, babies. The more the merrier. So Matt, whenever you get those finished, if you are like publishing them on your YouTube channel or whatever, go ahead and post those to the group so that we can all watch those and have those experiences. Matt is a wonderful facilitator for these meditations. So, oh, thank you. I will post the affirmations. I have the notes so that I don't forget. But I will not be seeing you guys tomorrow or Saturday. Those are my days off. I will be back with you guys on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. British summertime. So feel free to join us on Sunday. Not quite sure what I'm going to have for the topic. We might do a meditation on Sunday. That way we have everyone more available to join, because our US peeps and our Northern Hemisphere peeps are at work on Mondays. So I'm going to try to make it accessible for everyone if I can. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, post them to the group. We can start some really great discussions. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. I love you.